Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming in. I'm Revant. This is my channel, Star Homestead India. I'm sorry. Hello and welcome, Michelle Crochets in Kansas. Sorry I missed your live stream. Um, Hello, Northern Sounds from England. Thank you for coming in. Michelle says she can't stay long. Catch the replay. Okay, thank you. Hello, Will It Grow? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Hello, Rebel Canis. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Idaho Garden Girl, how are you? I did send you two emails. um, I hope you can see them later. But thank you for coming in. Hey, Shift Kicker, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Okay, everybody's saying hello to each other. That's awesome. If you are watching the replay, then thank you for coming in and watching my replay. This is a global talk, and I thought of we'll be talking about all the stuff that happens in the gardening community and homesteading community, and what what made us to come here. Hello, CNC Farm. How are you? Thank you for coming in. All right, awesome. Let's see. Um, I need half an hour. It's just barely getting started to take care of chickens. Okay, sure. I can do half an hour. I can wait for half an hour. Yes, sure. Oh, you just saw my email. Okay, awesome. All right, awesome. Yeah, I sent you one more one yesterday. I was sure it might have gone to spam or something. Um, but yes, thank you. Higher Blues, Self Reliance. Thank you for coming in. Good vibes. Yes, good vibes. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Okay, cool. So I have released a video today about me harvesting eggplants or brinjals, as we call it as. Um, Back in the day, whenever I had brinjal, I used to only have one specific dish. That is, you take the whole brinjal, make incisions in it in a way that it opens like a flower. Then you put some Indian spices, special spices that are only be used for that specific dish. And I used to eat it. It was wonderful, and I still do. The other day, I tried barbecuing it. Let me tell you, it smelled good, but it did not taste. I couldn't eat it. I had to eat it because I barbecued it, but I really didn't want to throw it because it's my produce. So. And I'm pretty sure chickens don't eat brinjals. I mean, I did try to give them. They didn't eat it. So then I understood. Okay, so if you have to eat it, then this is a way. I also heard about not egg, eggplant parmesan. Okay, the cheese and all. I've heard about it. I have seen people eating it. I try to get um, to see if it is available in my city. It's not available anywhere, so I think I should get a recipe and try to cook it on my own. I'll do it one day. So yeah, I have two colors right now. One is white brinjal, and the other one is purplish. I'm not sure it is like half purple or it's gonna turn completely white later. But when I harvested it today, I had two green brinjals, not white, green. Oh, I said white in the video also actually. I forgot. Yeah, green brinjals. And purple ones. But these have thorns, like small, tiny um, thorns. Yeah, like needles. Um, these are tastier compared to one that doesn't have a thorn. People say that, but end of the day, when you it depends upon what kind of recipe you make and how it tastes like, whether you like it or not. Okay, everybody saying hello to each other here on the side chat. Okay, cool. So, Will It Grow is my captain in the global gardening and homesteading community, and I've been posting videos in it, all my harvests, egg collection, and today I have, yesterday or day before yesterday, I guess. Yeah, 2 days ago, I have extended my garden. Um, I, I usually use rebars and green mesh to do it. I did that. We have nice chunk of land open for gardening, and this time I want to grow uh, not only just ones that we eat like tomatoes or chilies, but I also want to beautify it. So I'm gonna get a lot of flowers. I tried getting lilies. I tried growing them, but um, for some reason, because lilies have tubers in it, like the tubers, yeah, they sprout the lilies up. So the rats, they don't eat the tubers, but they they dig it up, they dig them out, and just throw it like really far away from where I have planted them. So it's always been the case. I couldn't get them. If I did, then it would be wonderful um, smell everywhere. I like flowers which emit good smell, good scent. Because my window is just next to the garden, like 10 feet from my window. So whatever I grow in the garden, I can actually smell them. It used to be marigolds a lot, but now the trees done producing flowers, so I have uprooted them. We have little saplings coming here and there, like from the seeds which have fallen. I also harvested a lot of seeds, but it's going to be summer soon. It's already 35, 36 degrees Celsius, that is, during the day. Um, right now it's like 7:10 p.m. in the night, and it's still hot, it's still sweaty. So by the time it gets cool enough to sleep, it will be around 11 p.m. or 12 midnight. So um, so yeah, that's what's happening here. So whatever I'm planting, I'm transplanting from my seed tray where I have the saplings, the germinated sprouts and all, to my raised garden bed first because it has a UV uh, shade net. So once they are stable and they grow up to like say half feet or half foot, then I transplant them into my main garden in the ground. So one moment, let me stop these notifications. Turn off notifications. Okay, done. Yeah. So yeah, so that's how I do it. Because if I plant anything into the ground directly, they just wither away and die. Um, and also when I transplant a plant, a small one, I do not pluck it out from its original soil that it has been planted in. So I cut deep enough and take the soil with it, and I plant them like that in the garden with the mother soil. So that they don't feel the shock. You know, when you move a plant from one place to another, they get the shocks, especially when you have when you have roots, the lateral roots and all cut off. I've seen them. Okay. Uh, hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody send me a message. All right. So yeah, that's what's happening, and I know who are people who are in the side chat have lots of land, lots of garden space, and they already started growing stuff indoors. So when you have produce, it's going to be really huge. I can actually imagine how much produce you have. Rebel Canis says eggplant is good sliced, rolled in beaten egg, and breaded then fried. Serve with the tomato sauce. That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. I should try that. It's a middle part of the vegetable that people actually don't like it. If you go towards the skin, it's tastier, but not the middle part. So perhaps maybe I'll remove the middle part a little, like half, make it half into it, and I can do this. Beaten egg I can have, breaded. I think it's bread crumbs or stuff like that that you get there. I need to find if I can get that breaded stuff. Thank you, will it grow? Thank you. CNC Farm is asking me, did you have your lilies in the ground or pots? Both actually. Some around the fencing, which rats took them out, and some in the pots so that I can actually move them and arrange them as I love. But you can see rats climbing up the pots. They are huge rats, like not your common rat, which is maybe this big, but these guys are like huge, this huge, maybe around from here to here, and the rat maybe until here. The tail, so huge. Yeah. So these guys actually climb into the parts because I put some kitchen scraps and all. So when I do that, the rats come to eat them and they destroy your plant. So I stopped doing it. What I did was I took one of my raised garden bed and started putting mulch into it. All the leaves that I can find in my garden, the neem tree leaves, eucalypt tree leaves, and other trees that I have here, they all fall, during the fall season. And I what I did was I collected all those leaves and also um, collected the twigs and all of that, put into raised garden bed. Then I have put some worms, earthworms. I dig some from my farm, and I put them there inside. And I also put um, rabbit pellets. I have three rabbits, and they give me a lot of manure every day, almost every day. So I don't collect it every day. Like collect it in a week. Good amount. It comes around say 2 kilos or 3 kilos of rabbit pellets. So it's really good, and I mix them up. I put that in the garden, and I mix the soil, and I've been doing that for a long, long time. So now I have good compost, and also I forage for cow dung. We don't have cows. Neighbors have cows, but I don't want to ask them for free and all. I said I'll pay for for the manure. Um, but thing is, how they sell the manure here is they have this kind of a crater in the earth. They make a crater and they keep filling it. So once it is fill up, they'll exchange that manure for a truckload of, sorry, a tractor load of grass. So they don't have to pay for the grass. So what they do is they just trade it. And the guys who are delivering the grass, they'll dump the grass and tie it up neatly, and they'll take all the manure that is there, the compost, whatever cow dung they have, stored it in the crate, and they'll fill it up in the tractor and it'll go. So nobody has to pay a dime for that, not even a rupee, nothing. Yeah, nothing for unloading stuff and nothing for loading stuff, so um and the tractor load of grass is a lot actually. You can feed your cows for a pretty long time. And I think they have four big cows, and they had two calves recently. And I don't know whether they have sold the other ones, but these are huge cows, not the native ones. These are like hybrid. They'll give you around 4 liters of milk in a day, or in the morning and evening together. I'm not sure, but it's a lot. Our cows, the native cows, they give 1 liter a day. 1 liter of milk in the morning and one in the evening. That's it. That's our native cows. These are resistant to most of the diseases here. They're resistant to climatic conditions here. Now they are good in the rain, the summer, the heat. They can bear them all. But they eat as much as the hybrid cow, but only give you 1 liter of milk. So if you want to live on them, like selling milk, or making dairy products and selling those stuff and make a living out of them, it's going to be hard. So you can actually use that milk for your own consumption, but if you want to make some money, then you have to get these hybrid cows, which gives you a lot of milk 2 times a day, and a lot of manure, which you can trade for free grass. So what I do is I forage for the dung. You might have seen in my other videos that I have open ground here. People actually play some kind of games like cricket, or mostly cricket. It's how India is. But yeah, during the day the cows walk from um, this is north, so north to south, and evening they come back in the same direction. So at times they drop cow dung on the way, and I go collect them. Um, I could get easily around 5, 6, less than 10 kilos of cow dung. I'm talking about the dry ones. If I get wet cow dung, then it'll be more in weight, but it's a lot of wet. Where all that wet content is useless actually. And you cannot apply raw cow dung to some plants directly, because you get a specific type of fungus which kills the roots. So what I do here is I mix it up with my mulch, with my other soil, and lay it for a few days. Let the bugs and all worms eat it and convert that into proper manure. And that's what I use. But if I get a dry cow dung somewhere, it'll be usually in a form of like dried cake. But if you pick it up and you crush it, then it becomes into powder or dust. So that you can use directly. That's what I do to my in my garden, to my plants, and I had pretty good harvest actually. A really pretty good harvest. So right now I have 2 bucket loads of manure that I can use to to transplant some of my tomato plants and chili plants that I have planted. I also have carrots, lots of carrot sprouts, and I need to prepare my pots so that I can put carrots in the pots. But I also have one more raised garden bed which I'm not using. I'm using that as a storage for the soil that I purchased from outside. Because the place that I live in, we don't have proper soil here. It's not nutritious. It lacks nutrients. It is sandy. So if you pour water, it won't hold the water. So if you pour water, say 5 gallons of water, then after 3 minutes or 4 minutes, it's gone. It's dry. So I had to mix the red soil with this soil to make it, hold the moisture in. That's what I do. So I have purchased a tractor of that red soil last year, and the ones that is left, I have transported from that place to into one of my raised garden beds. So it's easy for me to pick it up and uh, mix it up with the mulch and all the ready soil that I use to grow plants. Um, most of my neighbors here, they all have different types of fruit trees, because it's easy to manage. That's what everybody says. Yeah, it is true though. I mean, if you have fruit plants and trees and all, you don't have to do a lot of work. Like, yes, you need pruning. You have to prune, dung them, and dig them around, uh, make make those, what do you call, kind of crevices around the plant, the tree. The water can actually be stored there. We have lots of coconuts here, so we use a lot of coconut fiber to put in the beginning of the tree. What I did was I took my old scooter tires. Didn't I switch off these notifications? I took my old scooter tires and I put them in the base of the tree. So what happens here is when I do that, I can put a lot of compost and all, and it won't be um, scattered away by my chickens. So my chickens won't scratch the stuff that I have put in there. The tire holds it. So I can keep adding stuff, and what happens eventually, the compost goes down well as I water them every day. So the tree gets nutrients. So I don't have to worry about losing the compost that I'm putting from the the mulch and all that I'm making it for my trees. And many of my neighbors do the same thing. So if we have any old tires laying around, we use them as a cover for the tree, base of the tree. It's easy that way. Okay, let's check the side chat. Where was I? Okay, here. Northern Sound says, great information. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my rant. But yeah, yeah, that's what I do. I'm not a garden teacher or something, but yes. You love eggplant? Yeah, I love eggplants too. Blue, yeah, it's super good. Hello, Garden State Gardener. How are you? Thank you for coming in. CNC Farm says, add some smoked provolone too. I don't know what is a provolone. I'm not good with names, so I'm gonna provolone. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see. Look it up. What's a provolone? What's a provolone? Provolone. Cheese. Oh, okay. Soft Italian smoked cheese from made from cow's milk and having a mellow flavor. Cool. The only cheese that I get here is cheese chunks. I don't know what is that. Mozzarella? Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's a provolone. It's a different one. I have to see if I can get that. I never seen in my supermarkets that I visited. Usually I visit. Perhaps they might be available in the metro cities or online. I'll give it a try. Thank you. Everybody saying hello to each other. Sweet swapping going on. Yeah, I heard about that sweet swap, and also will it grow? Uh, channel who happens to my who happens to be my team captain also has a secret seed challenge going on. Um, yeah, that's a good thing. If people are in US, you can send seeds to each other. It's easy. Um, uh, I, I can't send stuff from here. I could send neem seeds, the neem tree seeds, because that's the only thing that I have a lot in my garden. They're everywhere. Uh, I have seen people selling them even online, but that would be crazy, because neem trees you can you can expect almost in every individual home if you are living in suburbs. If you go to the city, yeah, you may not find a tree, and you cannot grow them indoors. That would be insane if you try to grow a neem tree indoors, unless it's a hybrid variety or they did something to that. I don't know if anybody did a bonsai of a neem tree, But Mr. Bob, if you're seeing this, it's a good thing if you try. Although it's a tropical uh, tree, so I don't know whether it can grow in your states. Um, Perhaps Florida, Tennessee, maybe. I'm at about 10 now. Okay, got to go now. Thank you, Northern Sounds. You have a great day. I'm sure maybe it's you're 4 hours behind me, I guess. So you take care. Have a great afternoon. Hello, Duncan. How are you? Welcome. I uh, I I didn't have. I don't have your email. Thought of sending you an email, but I couldn't find. Maybe it's in your channel. If it's in your channel, then I'll check it out and I'll send you an email. We'll be doing this live streams all this week, so it'd be great if anybody would like to come up. But it'll be great like if you tell me beforehand. I don't want to post a link here because but there are a lot of trolls um, going around and making stuff up and coming on the panel and doing crappy things. And I don't want that on my panel. I want to keep it as clean as possible. So that's the reason I'm not posting link here in the side chat. I'm sorry, guys, but if I have any your email, then I'll send you beforehand if you love to come up if you are interested. Um, I'm not gonna force you and all. So it's your choice. Saying hello, 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 Logs Homesteadish. Aren't you in that Wilson stream, the soccer football team? Welcome. Yeah, I think I've seen you there. Yeah, the roster in the roster. Yeah, I see. Hello, Green Granny to Denise Pascal. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. Good morning. Actually, good morning to you all. Uh, except UK. Everybody is from USA, so it's morning to you. UK is afternoon or maybe evening. hmm Duncan 1900 Homestead says I made raised garden beds using tractor tires. The snakes took it. Oh, tractor tires are so huge. Actually, those are nice. It's you don't have to worry about the treated wood. See, we don't have treated wood here. If I go to like a wood store, and if I ask them, I need 4x4s and I need this and that, and they'll ask you like, what do you need for? Because they have separate wood for different things. So if it's for furniture, they have wood, teak wood, TEAK. That's what it's one of the strongest that we use. We don't have oak here, so we use teak, and we also use neem wood, because lot we don't have we will not have problems with bed bugs or termites or other wood-eating stuff uh, because it's a neem tree. So nothing gets to a neem tree. Yeah. So last time when I went and asked, I want to make a raised garden bed, and I told him, see, people actually treat it. You have to apply some stuff so it won't get rotten because if when it rains and I don't want bugs eating, drilling holes into it. I have a bug, I have beetle actually, which was drilling holes into my um, sticks that I kept it for my post. I thought of creating a fence prior to using rebars. I thought of creating fence by using these sticks because I had a lot of sticks lying around, and this beetle was making like kind of a small drilling sound. You had to be like really close to the stick to hear it. And whenever I tried to look at the stick, it stopped. So I was like, okay, there's something fishy going on. And so I went ahead. I went a little back and looked at it for a really long time and sat there. And I saw the beetle come out. It made perfectly circle round holes, and it was like eating the wood. I don't know whether it was consuming the wood, but you can see all the the dust coming falling out of those sticks, and it made so many holes. And those sticks which I saved for fencing, I had to put them in the firewood stove. So beetles, yeah, those are nasty little buggers. So snakes took it over, eh? I'm sorry to hear that, but tractor tires are best actually. You don't have to worry about wood and all. They're rubber. Cheese. Yeah, provolone. You're talking about provolone, yes. Who is the team captain for Team Wilson? Um, you can ask Will it grow? Will it grow? Who is the team captain for Team Wilson? Ask Larks Homesteadish. Blue says you have better cheese where you are. Never saw anything like provolone when I visited India. Yeah, we have different types of cheese here, but never seen provolone. I mean, never heard about it. Perhaps when they say cheese, I should ask in a restaurant like what kind of cheese you put in. It's mostly mozzarella. I might have seen somewhere cheddar cheese, but it was very expensive, I guess. But never provolone. I'll research into it. Wilsonese. We'll be talking to a soccer ball or football, as we say. Oh my goodness. I want to see how Wilson is going to talk. CNC Farm says, oh no, Duncan, I was adding some we had sitting around this year. Okay. What's the channel? I'm sorry, I'm sweating. Um, okay. I'm sorry, you got to figure that out actually. Will it grow? Will it be- We had to move one of them when we put in the greenhouse. So we emptied one of it. There was over 100 snake eggs. Okay, so this is this might be weird, but can you make an omelette out of a snake egg? That's a question. If anybody knows, then let me know. Yes, he's a family member of Robert. Hey, hey, Star. Hi. Oh, heck. No. Yes. Volleyball, Wilson. Yeah. It's not volleyball. It's a soccer ball. Football, as you say. It's definitely soccer. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is email. Okay. Let me type that really fast. Compose. Let's see. Duncan. 1900 at Homestead. Hey, look. Yes, I can see you. I can see the hearts. Yay. Blue says 3 p.m. here in the UK. Oh, yeah, it's afternoon. Yeah. I have some of my students whom I sent to UK 2 years ago. They are doing their masters there. One of them is in the Leeds University, and the other one in Stockholm or Stockholm. I don't know how do you say that? Okay, let's see. Hello, from Stock. I don't. So I have copied the link in the thing. Okay, sending that. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Yay! Okay, we have. Let me introduce to you, Idaho Garden Girl.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing awesome. I
Good.
just seen your private chat. I'm sorry. I did not see you before.
You just saw my what?
The chat that you said
Oh,
you are here. Yeah.
yes.
How is my audio? Is it clear? Do you see? Do you hear any background noises?
No, it sounds clear.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome.
I'm sorry it took me so long. We've had warm weather and the chickens' water has been thawed, so I haven't had to take water out to them every morning. But today I went out and it's gotten very cold again, and their water was frozen solid, so I had to come back to the house and take out some water to them for today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's still freezing, eh?
Oh,
What's the
yes.
temperature in your place?
Right now, I don't know. It's freezing.
It's still freezing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. How far is Roxbury from your place, or Broxbury? Am I saying that right? Roxbury, Idaho.
Rick, well, I don't know. I don't know of a Roxbury.
Oh, okay.
How
There
do you,
is an university that
how do you
I'm doing
spell
an
it?
online course. I think it might be Brox, or it can be Rox. I'm not sure. It,
Hmm.
it, it goes like Bury in the end, some kind of Bury University.
Well, there's Rixby.
Rixby. Let me check. Oops, I'm searching on YouTube. Silly me.
Rigby. There's a Rigby.
Rigby. Okay.
There's a Rigby. Rigby.
I think that might be. Rexburg. Sorry, Rexburg.
Oh, Rexburg. Okay, well that's yeah, that's it. That's in eastern Idaho, over there where Gil lives.
Uh-huh.
Nearer to where Gil lives. It would probably take me about 4 hours or something like that to drive over there.
Oh, wow. I would come there someday to get some online, not online, campus experience. That's what they said.
Oh, okay.
That would be great.
I'll tell you how far away it is. Oh, it's 315 miles.
315 miles. Oh, wow. That's like
So,
me
yeah,
going
so
an out of state, It's a different state for me if I travel that far. Wow.
right.
I've heard um, out there in the states, people tend to travel by their car, like even longer distances.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay.
We like
But
to take
isn't
we
uh-huh,
like to take road trips.
like to take road trips? Why? Let me rephrase the question. Traveling in a car in India, it's very hard. Like if I want to travel to my work, it takes around 30 minutes. But if I travel by a scooter, On a scooter, it will take around 10 to 11 minutes. So, if we talk about a trip, a road trip, so it would take probably a night and a day to reach 300 or 400 kilometers. I know how many miles is that, but yeah, that that's how much time it takes for us. So I know your roads are really wide and yeah, wonderful traffic, organized traffic. But is it fun to go on a road trip, or is it tiring? As how I feel. How is that?
Well, it depends. Some people, it's very open country. There isn't a lot of towns, and there isn't a lot of people. It's like a desert. It's called the high desert, and I hear people people say, when you drive across the state, it's one sagebrush after the other. That's all you see is one sagebrush after the other. So, um, so they think it's kind of boring. Um, but I don't know. I don't get bored.
Okay. Do you travel in your like what kind of car, or is it a truck or SUV? How, what do
It's
you
an
have?
SUV. I have a
Okay.
Toyota Forerunner,
Okay. Uh-huh.
and I travel in that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would you travel? Do you travel with your family? Like, you have a huge family, or just you and uh, your better half?
I
Oh,
have two kids, and
okay.
they're both grown, and they don't live around here anymore.
Hmm.
And so I'm the only one here right now.
Okay. You're the only one. All right. Huh. I guess I should take a road trip sometime in US in order to um, actually feel the fun in the road trip. you know, because
Right.
all my experiences, all my memories about road trip is filled with misery and back pains and throwing up. A lot of throwing up actually. I don't know why, but if I sit for more than 45 minutes in a car, I throw up.
Oh,
And
you get car sick.
yeah, I get car sick. Yeah, I do. Especially the diesel cars.
Oh,
I think it might be this something has to do with the smoke. I'm not sure. Might be, I guess, because if you want an air conditioning in a car, you have to pay half 50% more than the actual, the model. So people prefer non air conditioned cars here because they say, okay, let's roll down the windows and get some fresh air. I'm
right.
okay with that. Yeah. But if it's an air conditioning car, then I would go with the petrol one. I'm not sure the diesel. I'm sure the smoke actually leaks into the vents inside. That's what makes me car sick.
Oh, huh. Well, I
Yeah,
get
might
car
be.
sick. I get car sick if I'm a passenger and the person does not have continual. Uh, I don't know if the person if the traffic goes like this. If you're like stop
Stop.
go, stop
Yeah,
go, that makes me sick. Yeah, I don't. It's not good.
like traveling on a camel.
Oh,
That
it's
kind of a
terrible.
trip.
It's
It
terrible.
is terrible. Yes.
I the best thing for me to do is just to lie down and go to sleep,
Oh,
and then wake up when we get to the destination, because otherwise I'm just miserable. It's awful.
yeah, very awful. Yeah, I mean, if you would ever come to India and travel in a car, oh my goodness, I don't you. You might have to sleep. I'm not sure. But we have small cards here. I mean, even the cards are, you can't sleep across. Like, um, let's say the car is in this position, you can't sleep like this because the seat is not that wide enough.
Oh, huh.
But cards from your country which are imported here, they are huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
a person can actually happily sleep inside. They're very well accommodating. But
Yeah.
we have small cars here. I don't know why they make small cars. Perhaps because we have small roads and all, and yeah, that might be the issue. Hi, will it grow? Sorry, not will it grow. Gardener Josh, thank you for coming in.
Hi, Gardener Josh.
We have bees that chew holes in the wood. Oh, you have bees do that. Bees chew holes in the wood. I never knew this until now. Hmm. We have some beetles. I try to get rid of them, but what I did was I just stuffed them inside with a kind of a toothpaste or something. I did use my toothpaste actually. So I don't know whether they died or they're still alive in that. Some of the sticks that are still there up there. I wouldn't eat a snake egg. Idaho. I'm sorry, Stephanie. Have you ever seen a cobra or a king cobra? No.
No, no, I have not.
Okay. I have. I have learned that some of our snakes from Asia are there in your pet stores. People actually love to raise them as pets.
That's
With,
crazy.
with, yeah, without the fangs. That's really crazy, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We have a protective law against it. I mean, you cannot dispose cobra here. I think there is a scientific reason behind it, but what we have been taught here is it's a Hindu goddess, so you cannot actually hurt it. The scientific reason behind it is that's the only snake that eats other snakes, so it controls a lot of snake population. It also
Oh,
eats its own kind. Yeah, so in a way, it's a good thing, but we have lots of deaths because of snake bites also here. So I don't know how to say it's a positive or it's not a positive thing. I mean, we are losing lives. Yeah. Perhaps there might be some other ways to control snakes. I don't know.
right.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I've
So
seen I've seen rattlesnakes and I've seen sidewinders and I've seen um I have not seen a live coral snake, but anyway, I've seen rattlesnakes.
rattlesnakes. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I've not seen the one here at my house.
Uh huh.
I know they are around in this area. I know they live in Idaho, but I saw one once when I was with my family hiking in the mountains. But they're not they're not right around here.
Okay. Those are dangerous, aren't they? I mean, I have seen
Well,
people, yeah, passing away because of rattlesnake bite. It's huge, big
right.
fangs and big head. Yeah.
They need to get medical attention.
Hmm. But it still warns us. It warns you with its rattle in its tail.
It
Yeah,
does. It
it does.
does.
I wish we could have the similar stuff with the people. So, hey, like, let's say if you wanna meet somebody up and he or she has a rattle behind, don't come near. It's. I'm just joking. It's very hard to um, understand somebody just by looking at them or just meeting up the first time because appearances. That's what my experience so far. I have fallen for wrong kind of uh, people for a pretty long time. Anyways, yeah. I have seen rattlesnakes in Hollywood movies, and it's mostly Hollywood movies. They show them. Um, I don't know, for various things. I don't know. A movie intro even starts with a rattlesnake and with a rattle. that's
Right.
that's that's actually funny. Yeah. Duncan says that she has snakes in her tractor wheel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, wild edibles. Thank you for coming in.
Hi, wild edibles.
We have inherited stitches. Thank you, inherited
Oh,
stitches, for coming. Wild edible says Ontario to British Columbia, 8 to 10 hour day driving about, very tiring. Oh, you travel from British Columbia to Ontario, back and oh my goodness, yeah, that's a lot actually.
that's a long way.
Yeah, I used to stay in a city called Bangalore. That's the closest city from my place. It's a metro city, and we have a lot of people from various countries living in there because so many companies from the states, they have a branch here. So we have people coming up, flying up and down from US and Australia and UK. So if you go to Bangalore, you might see similar, um, what is atmosphere there. The climate is cool, and you have a lot of trees almost everywhere, and you can see a lot of people from different countries in the street, traveling to work, walking by, and a lot of fast food restaurants. I I never heard so many things. I mean, Subway is in Bangalore. I don't have Subway here. I need to travel like 6 hours. That by train. Okay, so it's really, it's so far away. Maybe if you travel in a car, like how they do in your place, then I think you might reach it in 3 hours. Yeah? I'm
And
sure
I
you travel like 80 miles or 90 miles an hour, depending upon the roads there.
right. Well, the speed limit is 65, and then there's some on the freeway it's 75.
Oh, yeah, I have seen a, yes, yes, correct. Yeah, the speed limit, yes. We also have speed limit boards here. It's funny though. Um, when we travel and when we see a village coming up nearby, you see the post says 100. We can go 100. We can do 100 in the beginning of a village. We see little kids running around, crossing the highway and all. They just run. I mean, there's no fence and all. There's no fencing and nobody there to look after. So we have to get that changed. It's so very dangerous. Yeah. I get Village Bro says I get car sick when my wife drives. Okay. Okay. Hello, Duncan.
Hey, Duncan.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing good, other than it's chilly here this morning. We're
So
sitting,
what?
what, at 42 right now,
Oh, wow.
42
which is better
Celsius.
than it has been, but it's still chilly. Definitely too cold to be planting anything.
Where do you stay, Duncan?
Do what?
Where are you from? What part of the
Oh, I'm
country?
in Missouri.
Oh yes, Missouri, the Missouri. Yeah, I remember that. I'm
Yes,
sorry, I'm terrible.
Missouri, and yes, we refer to it as Missouri all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Hello,
So
Stormy.
What did you do with the snake eggs? Did you get
We
rid of
just
them?
destroyed them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this it was a huge tire. I mean, it was huge. We had two of them out there, and we had to move one of them in order to put our greenhouse up. So we had to take and empty all the dirt out of it. And
Mm-hmm.
oh Lord, we started finding piles of snake eggs. There was over 10 piles of snake eggs, and there was like 10 to 12 in each pile.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
So
goodness.
And what kind of snake do you think that would be?
okay, they were just black snakes, but that's still
I
too
could
many for me.
I couldn't hear you.
Hey,
What kind?
Howie. Good morning. They were black snakes,
Oh, okay.
Um.
which are good to have
So
around, other than they will eat your chicken eggs and they will kill like baby chicks and stuff or baby ducks. I had one year that killed some of my baby ducks,
Oh, wow.
but they're not poisonous or anything.
Right.
In fact, I found one day. I heard a ruckus outside this window here, and I turned
uh-huh.
around and looked out the window, and there was
Mm-hmm.
a black snake out there, and it already had half of a copperhead down. I mean, it was eating it. It was
Oh my
swallowing it.
goodness.
Yeah. So they
Is it
Wow.
do
huge?
they do kill poisonous snakes.
They do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome actually. Um yeah, because the snakes that lay eggs are not poisonous. Usually. They're not venomous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Venomous snakes give live birth. That's I have venomous
Joystick
snakes
outdoors. You're in
on
Missouri
the roof
also.
of my
Cool.
bathroom. On the roof, over the roof. They give birth there every day. Not every day. Every 6 months, perhaps.
We have a few poisonous ones here. We have the rattlesnakes and we have like copperheads. Um, but
Copperheads. Hmm.
copperheads are they're kind of a copperish color snake.
Oh, okay.
Um, they usually their bite usually won't kill you. It just makes you very very miserable. Um, now if you have like a pre-existing condition like a heart condition or something,
Hmm.
it might kill you. But otherwise, and if you go to the hospital anymore with a copperhead bite, they won't treat it.
Really?
They won't.
Yeah, they won't treat it here.
Oh my goodness, why?
I don't know. They quit doing that. Oh gosh, it's been several years ago. I had a friend that was out camping and got bit, and she went to the hospital, and they told her no, they don't do the antivenom anymore. They don't treat copperhead bites.
So
So
what
what
should a
did they do
person do?
for him?
Yeah,
They will
right.
clean the wound, but that's it.
Hmm.
You just have to suffer through it, and it swells up. I mean, huge, and it's a bad bite. But yeah, they won't treat it anymore.
Yeah, we are
Huh.
not meerkats to sleep it off. We are humans. We suffer. We feel pain. So,
Hmm.
oh my goodness, that's just really bad, actually. Yeah. Go ahead, Idaho. You have a question from Garden State Gardener.
What does he say?
It's on the screen. It says, "How many tomato plants are you growing this year?"
Well, I'm going to grow at least 15 and probably not more than 20 indeterminate tomatoes, but I'm going to grow probably 50 dwarf tomatoes
Mm-hmm.
in containers. Uh,
Oh yeah, the patio tomatoes.
yeah, probably. I mean, I think I can get like 60 dwarf tomatoes in just one of those green stalk towers. And I was
Oh,
planning to do
probably.
two. I was planning to do two towers with the micro dwarf tomatoes. So that would be 120 of the little tiny micro dwarfs. And then I want to plant some of those other dwarfs. I want to see how productive they are and how well they do. I mean, they're all these different tomatoes are advertised as being good for containers, and I've tried some of them and they don't do well for me. Um, and yet others, I feel like I know what I'm doing because I plant some and they grow well, but then I plant this other variety and it doesn't. So I am trying to separate out the good ones from the bad ones, I guess, or separate
Yeah.
out the better ones from the ones that don't
Yeah,
do as
which
well
ones
for
do
me.
better in containers
Yeah.
and which ones don't. Um, Now I grew the mini tomatoes just in flower pots in a terracotta flower pot. I grew
Right.
several of those, and they were pretty productive, but they were just
Yeah.
little cherry tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. I don't mind. I have a short growing season here. It's only like 130 days, 140 days.
Oh gosh,
So I
I'd
can't
starve.
plant, yeah, I can't plant anything out until at least mid-May.
Hmm.
Usually I don't put anything out until the last weekend in May, Memorial Day.
Hmm.
Excuse me. And then our first frost is usually in October. It can happen in September. So if I pick a tomato that takes that
Ooh,
long,
stormy.
it's just ridiculous. So I actually just like to grow smaller tomatoes because they usually come on faster and I get more of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Those would also be easy to bring in if you wanted to bring in a few plants for the winter.
Right. I do have some inside that I have growing all winter.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. I've grown those, and I've grown the mini peas in the smaller pots.
Yeah, I did mini peas in one of my green stalks last year, and I think I'm going to do that again.
Yeah, I thought about doing that
It's awesome. Hey, Stormy Wind, how are
just
you?
to be able to get enough peas to do anything with, because it takes a lot of peas if you want to can them or anything.
Right. Well, and I don't even like the regular peas because I guess I'm lazy. I don't want to have to shell them. So
Yeah.
I just grow the snap peas that I can just pick and eat right, off the vine.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, a good little snack when you're out there working.
Right. Or, if I get a whole bunch of them, I just eat them. I just eat them like for dinner.
Yeah, that would be good.
Somebody said actually peas are good for good if you are diabetic or something.
I'm
Somebody said
going
that.
to mute a second. My son's coming in.
Okay. Hey, Rustic Outdoors. Stormy Wind is introducing herself. She says, "Good morning, folks. I'm Wendy and I'm in Zone 4B. I grow veggies, herbs, flowers, and succulents."
Hi, Stormy.
Michelle Crochets in Kansas is saying hello. Um, Hello, Howie. Boo.
Hi, Howie.
Wonderful, man. Greeting Earthlings.
Gotta love
Michelle.
Howie.
Michelle is saying, "How are you all doing?" I'm doing great, Michelle. These are my panel members today, Idaho Garden Girl and Duncan. Thank you, Rustic. All right, everybody saying hello to each other. Oh, Rustic Outdoors also is from Missouri,
Hmm.
Duncan. Yeah, he does a
Actually, there's
lot
a
of
lot of homesteaders in Missouri.
he does a lot of fishing. Um,
Oh,
a lot of fishing. Yeah, he catches different types
I
of species, huge fishes. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
oh gosh. Hey, this is March. Spoonbill season's in right now.
spoonbill season. Are you talking about the bird spoonbill?
No, it's a fish. Some people call them paddlefish. Some call them spoonbill fish. Um,
Oh, okay.
they're a type of catfish, actually. And they have this long bill that goes up across the back of from their back out across their head, and it
Uh-huh.
sticks out in front of them. And what they do is they're bottom feeders, so they go around upside down and feed off the bottom.
Oh my
Oh, okay.
goodness.
Yeah. But
I did.
they can get huge. They can get really, really big, but we don't have a lot of really big ones left
Do
anymore.
you
You're
can,
lucky if you can get 30, 35 pounds.
oh,
Wow,
30, 35 pounds.
that's a
That's,
lot.
yeah. It's
Oh, honey,
almost
when
like
I
a
was a
dog.
kid, we used to catch them that were like 60 and up. My
Wow.
dad wouldn't keep them if they weren't longer than he was tall when he held them up in the air.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
goodness.
Yeah.
That's huge. Wild Edible is saying just to let you know that Wilson is still taking in people on his team. I know Idaho Garden Girl, you are in
Hello,
um,
Wickershire.
Homestead Aquarius team. Am I right?
Yeah, yes, I'm on Team Aquarius.
Team Aquarius. I'm on team Will It Grow. How about you, Duncan? What team you are in?
I have
No?
no idea. I didn't know anything about it. It must have been the one show I missed.
Well, they're doing this global gardening and homesteading thing. I'm the first Indian in that community. They have been doing this, I think, formerly known as Shed Wars. And now they changed that because a lot of people from different countries are
Oh,
participating in it.
okay.
So we grow food, we weigh them, we make videos. We have a hashtag. There are almost 100 videos already, and they're still taking people in it since. So if you are interested, then you are
Oh,
welcome to
okay.
join.
I think you have to get in touch with Homestead Aquarius
Yes.
Oh, okay.
if you want to join that group.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Well, I was put into Willet Gross team, and I did not know him before. Once I was put into his team, then I did go and watch his channels, and so these two are the originals who made this shed was 5 years ago. It seems. Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I've seen the Shed Wars videos and stuff, but I never did sign up for it.
Mm-hmm. It'll be great. I can't grow so much because it's going to be summer season soon. So it'll be like 40 degrees Celsius or 45. Everything green that's there on the earth surface will be turned to brown, and dried up, turn into dust.
Yeah.
So it would be really hard to save those trees, the plants that I'm gonna grow.
Ah.
So you have a frost. You have problem with the frost. Your plants actually die due to frost. Okay.
Yes.
We
Oh
have
yeah.
with
Yeah, I don't plant much until after Mother's Day in May, about the middle of May.
May. Okay. Hi, Fatsak Jack. Welcome.
Yeah, I just looked on the internet to see
Hello,
how
Jerry.
cold it is here right now, and it's 23 degrees Fahrenheit, which
Ooh.
is minus 5 Celsius.
-5. Oh my goodness.
That's how
Mhm.
cold it is here right now.
Oh, no way. No way. If I
So
visit, I'll
yes,
just, yeah.
so yeah, my chickens water, the water for the chickens was frozen solid.
Frozen.
So
Yep.
yeah, I had to carry water out there. I have to do that all winter. But uh, like a couple of weeks ago, it had warmed up enough. And I don't like there's a sun thing right there on my face. Um, it had warmed
What's
up enough that
this?
I wasn't having to take the water out there anymore. I could just fill
Oh,
it
good
up
grief.
with a hose. But not this morning. This morning it was like a block of ice.
Yep. Yep. We got down to I think 31, which is just 1 degree below freezing, so it wasn't too bad here, but it's still cold. I'd much rather have it in the 60s when I get up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So are you using a lot of electricity and firewood to keep yourselves warm?
I have natural gas heat. I
Okay.
have I have a furnace that runs off of natural gas,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and so that's what I have for heat.
Okay.
We have 3 wood stoves.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot of wood just
It's
to.
a lot of wood. And I don't get a whole lot of sleep in the wintertime because I'm up all night keeping fires going.
Vikashire, hello, welcome to the live stream. Star emailed me an hour ago to wake me up. I didn't get any reply from you. I didn't get any reply from anybody. But yeah, thank you for being here. Uh, Coffee break. I'm just catching up with the side chat here. Um, yeah. So Blues self reliance from UK says it used to be shed voice. I'm waiting to see what happens this year before putting my hand in for next year. Oh, okay. I need to invest in a decent digital scale. I have a spring scale, but it is a digital. Um, you might have seen in my videos. I just weighed my X. It came around 1.47 or 1.6 or 4.6 pounds. I should learn this new way of calculating stuff. I'm used to measure things in kilograms, even my own weight. So I'm just
Hmm.
getting used to pounds and whether it is, you know, I'm still learning. I'm sorry for that. Yes. Hello, Jerry Fortune. How are you?
I'm terrible at converting.
Yeah, I don't feel bad, Star. I don't. I had to look it up on the internet to know how cold it was in centigrade or Celsius because
Oh,
Centigrade.
I'm like, I know that our 32 degrees is your guys' zero. That's as
Hmm.
far as I know. You know that
yeah.
That's
it's
Mhm.
pretty
like
much me.
you don't use it. If you don't use it, you don't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's Thank you. It's funny though when we go to the doctors and when they check our temperature, they do that in Fahrenheit. They'll say you have 99 degrees and you have fever. So I'm like,
Huh.
what? Hey, yeah.
Yeah, 99 degrees in Celsius would be really bad.
Oh,
Oh
how
yeah,
is
it still said it'll be bad. Yeah, they say that in Fahrenheit, and if you like cross-handed and all, then you are admitted in the hospital.
I would love to be fishing.
You love to go fishing.
Oh, I love fishing. I always have. I used to skip school when I was in school. Me and my best friend would skip school and we'd go fishing. But
Jerry Fortune says, "Yeah, go ahead,
oh,
Darling."
that's fine. I was just gonna say, but as an adult, I don't get to go fishing very often because, well, my husband's not a big fishing fan.
Mm, you should find a fishing partner, somebody, a friend.
Yeah.
I also love to go to fish, but our lakes and all are so dangerously made, like carved. If you want
Oh,
to fish, you have to go down. So if you slip, you fall. Yeah, it's always a dangerous thing, a very risky thing.
wild edibles. I would love to have some of them mini cows.
What's that?
Mini cows?
Cows,
They're a
mini cows.
miniature. Yeah, they're a miniature cow. Um,
Oh, like the dwarf ones, but they look smaller, like a dog. Yeah, I've
Yeah, I'm
seen it.
trying to think of the one, what the name of the one is. I'm horrible with remembering names.
How
Uh,
much milk do they give? 200 ml?
well, I doubt that you get as much as you do like with even with the bigger cows. It just depends on what type of cow it is. Jersey is a pretty good producer, and they have a pretty good amount of cream in their milk.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Jersey is one of your betters. It's what most of your dairy farms have.
Yeah,
Um,
even in my country, we have Jersey cows. Yes,
yeah,
correct. They look
yeah.
like they look as if.
You can get miniature jerseys too, but I there's not a lot of them here. But I
Yeah.
have seen them.
Jerry Fortune says she's in 6A zone and can't plant anything until middle of the end of May.
Yep.
Right.
Why am I getting full stops? Is there a comment there? Am I missing something? I can see only a full stop from
Dexter
storm
cows.
movement.
That's the one I want. I've wanted a pair of Dexters for forever.
Uh-huh. Because Shai says I'm not sharing anything. My secrets. I have bad soil. You wanna know? Then you write me into your will. It's funny. Below freezing this morning. About today. Wild edibles. Zone 4. Wow.
Everybody's going for
Oh,
coffee.
that's really cold.
It's very.
That's really cold, wild edibles.
Get a heat mat for under your water dish at home.
Yes, I have that, but I had unplugged it because I didn't think I was going to
Oh,
need it. So I I plugged it back in, but it had no water in it, so I still had to take water out.
Oh, okay. I also have learned that you have seat warmers in your cars.
Some people do, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
wild animals. Yeah, some places this year have grown lots of snow that normally don't.
How he says fishing, foraging, and growing your own may take on a trend in the future. Oh yeah,
Very
people
near
are
future.
they are actually coming back to the old ways of living. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm buying many plants too, but plenty plant seeds just to make more sense to buy them. Yeah. Yeah, I also buy some plants directly from the nursery because there are some seeds that actually have like 10 or 20% germination rate. So I think I lose a lot of time because I don't know whether it's
Hmm.
going to germinate or not. If they don't,
Yeah.
then I have to wait for another 14 days. So sometimes I do buy plants from the nursery. Succulent, see mini cows growing in popularity, too big but small friendly. Thought of getting goats maybe in 2 months, maybe after the summer, because I can't feed them right now. I don't have. I think most of the trees will be, dried up. You'll not have any good grass and all. So
Yeah,
Actually,
you have
goats
to
like
have
weeds and stuff more so than grass.
right, but you have to have enough forage for
Yeah.
them to eat. Otherwise, you have to go buy it.
Yeah.
yeah, and that
You
Yeah.
would be
know.
expensive. That's
Yeah, it
a lot
is.
of investment. Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
like
is.
goats.
Mm-hmm.
We had goats for probably what, 8 years, and I just got rid of the last two here last summer. But I like goats, and they're awesome animals. They're very loving animals, and they produce a good milk. However, in order for them to produce milk, they have to have a mate. You have to have a billy. And Billies
Yeah.
are awful. They stink.
They, yes, they do stink. Yes, I have a friend who have goats now, and whenever he comes now for foraging, if they are male goats, they stink. Yeah, I can
Oh,
smell from
yes.
like really far away.
Well, they will literally pee on their own beard or actually drink their own pee. I'm like, oh, you're nasty. They are nasty, nasty. And yes, they stink to
Yeah, they
high
do
heaven.
stink. Yeah.
But
Wild Edibles is asking me a question. Star, do people milk cows in India? Yeah, we do. We have a biggest dairy manufacturing unit in India. We export a lot of ghee, lot of butter. We also had a tug with PETA 2 years ago or last year. I'm not sure, and we won. We threw the PETA out because they were not making sense. Because here in this country we treat cows as goddess. So
mm,
PETA says that no, you're harming cows. You cannot milk them, and you can't do this. You can't do this. Well, religion speaks louder, so we kick them out. We keep our cows and we milk them, and a lot of dairy products because we have um, I don't know the percentage of the population, but we have people who live on dairy products. They don't have any meat. They never ate meat in their lives. Their forefathers never ate meat. They don't do that, and they also pass on this culture. They don't eat chicken or mutton or lamb or beef. They don't no meat at all. So what do they eat then? How do they get proteins? They use lentils for proteins, which has 16% of proteins per 100 grams of a cup. They eat a lot of them with rice, and this is the thing: they put a lot of ghee in rice, and a lot of sweets
mhm.
they make. They use jaggery instead of sugar, and also a lot of ghee. And when they cook, they don't use oil; they use butter. So a lot of everyday, um, every day they eat is a lot of dairy products. So um, these are the ones actually protect
Okay.
cows from a lot of you know globalization and the PETA or other stuff like that. Because
Hey,
if you stop
you're,
milking cows, these people are gone. I mean, they cannot survive. That's the thing.
huh? So your Billy ran away from the dough. He jumped
All three.
everything to run away
That's
from the dough.
yes, Tommy Win. Sometimes germination. You can't actually know that. Okay, Harvey. Yeah,
Hello, Canadian Family Farm or Family Life.
I'm
I mean,
sorry. I'm so far away in the side chat. Duncan is really fast. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna let's just
honey,
try to.
I've been
Okay.
moderating for people since what about 2013, so I'm used to it.
And I and
2013.
I can barely see the chat. It's really small because I'm on my phone.
Oh, yeah, that would make it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not. I don't know how to increase the font. Can we do that? Can
I
we
don't
increase?
know.
You have a great day too, Howie.
How is living? Take care,
Yeah.
Howie. Yeah.
Bye, Hallie.
New moon in a week. Some planting can go on. Lots of snow. Lots of snow.
I tried to plant by the signs, but it doesn't always work out.
Yeah. Cut round leaf trees and dry for fodder in winter and when needed. Goats love it.
Hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cut round leaf trees.
Oh, yeah. Ours
What's a
loved our
round
maple trees.
maple trees?
Yeah, ours loved the maple trees. We would just reach up and pull a branch down and let them eat the leaves off of it.
Um, I know that you extract maple syrup from maple trees, but
Yeah.
do the leaves also smell like a syrup and taste like a syrup?
Hmm.
Do they do that?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't either.
Did anybody make a tea out of maple leaves yet? No.
Not that,
No.
yeah, I wouldn't. Uh,
When I see male goats, it's like it's
oh,
always they try to come and headbutt you. Yeah.
maple
Hello,
leaves are
Canadian
toxic.
family life.
Thank you, Howie.
Idaho Garden Girl. We have new person here. Canadian family life. I think I
Hi,
might have.
Canadian Family Life.
Yeah. Hello. We might have seen them. I might have seen them with at Howie's channel. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have to have meat and veggies. Yeah. Yes.
Hmm.
You have a great day. See ya, Howie. Vikashai says we had to isolate the one goat we have and fully electrify the fence around his pen. I found him dancing on my truck hood.
Oh my goodness.
That would mess up a truck hood.
Yeah, they do climb, right? I mean, if you see wild goats, have you seen the documentary where they show the wild goats standing on the cliffs of the mountains?
Yes.
They don't
Hmm.
have any fear. The camera guy is like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, I'm gonna fall. But he looks at the goats, they're like chill up there.
Uh huh. Not me.
uh,
I'm chicken heights. I
yeah.
didn't used to be, but I am anymore. The older I get, the worse it gets. It's like, falling hurts now.
How he says maple leaves are toxic, it seems. Oh,
Yes,
okay. But they look so pretty, no? I mean, different colors and all.
Yeah, they
Um,
do look pretty.
they do
they are
look pretty.
pretty. And my goats loved eating them, but
Hmm. Goats, don't they eat the poison ivy as well?
oh yes,
And
they
nothing
will.
happens to them, right?
They will clear out a patch of poison ivy in no time.
Yeah,
And no, it doesn't affect them.
it doesn't affect them. Yeah,
That is
No.
amazing.
that is actually. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I have caught up to the side chat. Oh, no, we got one more comment. Rebel Cannon says in Japan,
Okay.
they deep fry and eat maple leaves.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Japanese maple leaves, I have seen people eating them like that actually. I don't know whether they are toxic like the maple trees that you have out there,
Huh.
but Japanese maple trees are usually red in color. The whole leaf is red. It will be red and pretty red, bright red color. Yeah, they do eat. They fry them and eat. I don't know, like, does it affect them? Something like that.
That's very
Oh,
interesting.
yeah, it is.
Hmm. Yeah.
I just looked up on the internet and it says that the young spring leaves of maple are edible.
Huh.
You can eat them raw or cooked. And this author says uh, they have a slight maple flavor that can differ
Cool.
from tree to tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the little seeds that the little helicopter seeds,
Mm-hmm.
you can peel that off and eat the seed inside.
Huh.
Oh wow.
I just rake those things up by the millions because I hate them. Oh my gosh! For everyone that hits the ground, you're going to get a tree. I pull maple trees out of my garden by the millions every year. I hate them things.
Hmm.
Team Scar. You can use maple leaves like grape leaves as well.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, older ladies develop more tannins. That's what Wild
Yeah.
Edibles is saying, which is probably
Yeah.
probably so. I could see that.
Yes. You have a Japanese maple tree, Jerry Fortune. Wow.
Yeah, I have a Japanese maple right behind me in this bed right outside this window here. But
Oh, you have one. Okay.
yeah, it's a Japanese maple, but I think I planted that thing probably. I think it was the first spring we were here, so it was probably a good 10 years ago. And that thing is barely, maybe 2.5 foot tall. It's
Can we see them?
tiny.
Can we see it? Is it possible for you to show us?
No, I'd have to unplug my laptop and everything and go outside to do so.
Oh, yeah. Then no. Yeah. If you're on your phone, then it'll be easier. Yeah. True.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you can make a video for us, and I would love to see them. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to do that.
Thank you. Rebel Canvas says the seeds taste like peas, it seems.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, Tammy. I used to live in Vermont for a couple of years, and I had maple trees in my yard, huge maple trees. And the whole time I lived there, I didn't know those things were edible. I wish I had known because I could have used them.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
have.
I just rake them up and burn them every year because I hate them things. They're a pain.
You need a person who asks weird questions like me. The first thing comes into mind is, can you eat it?
Right, right.
Hey, it's good to know if something's edible or not.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I eat the young tender leaves of a guava plant. Uh, People eat a lot. I don't know why people eat it. Um, it's not sweet and all, but it's kind of
I missed
a
something.
different taste. Yeah, like aftertaste when you eat a guava, the skin and all.
Mm.
My neighbor has a black currant tree which is going
Oh
to
my
bloom
goodness,
in
Stormy.
November. So I'm excited, but they are not. I don't know why. I love fruit trees, fruit plants a lot, but the soil doesn't. The soil at my place is sandy and doesn't have any nutrients in it.
Huh.
Young nettles are good, but old leaves are not and can give you kidney stones. Oh wow!
I need to
Wild
send you some
edibles.
of our soil.
If only you could.
I live on a prairie and it is rich, black, powdery fine prairie dirt. If you
That's
Wow.
find a
wonderful.
rock, if you find a rock in my garden, it's because somebody threw it in there.
Oh my goodness. You're so fortunate.
Yeah, you are, Duncan.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
it's prairie. It's all prairie land up here. In fact, our north field that we get hay out of, we still have some of the original prairie grass in that field.
Oh wow.
So it's our hay is really high in protein.
That's
Oh,
wonderful.
at least one good thing comes coming out of that misery, huh?
Yeah. If you can give, as long as it's not raining so much, you can't get in to harvest the hay.
Yeah. Stormy Wind says her name is actually Wendy Stephanie, so she has two names.
Okay.
She says we don't have any livestock, but we do have a livestock hunting dog. The lady three houses down hates us and our dog because he kept breaking free and attacked two chickens, one duck, and a turkey. He did it four times till we replaced the clip. He can break. He can break free from. Thank God. Did you pay for all those chickens and ducks your dog attacked? Yes, I guess you might have. You have to, I guess. Um, has do anybody see a show called Judge Judy?
I've seen it before.
You did. There are
I've
so
seen
many cases that are so um, hilarious and sometimes
Yeah.
downright naive and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yes.
So many cases like people suing. There was this older gentleman. He's a retired person, and there's another neighbor who he shares land with. So whenever she
Oh.
cuts the shears her side of the fence, the twigs fall on his side of the fence. So it has been going for 8 years, and they had few confrontations. And you know what she did? She took a loud speaker, and she went around in the street yelling that this person is this and this and this, and swearing at him.
Oh my
And they,
goodness.
they and they come up on Judge Judy's court, and people were laughing because he was mad that some twigs were falling on the ground, and she was mad because he was asking her to pick the twigs up from from his side of the fence to come and pick it up. So why do people go and sue each other for these stuff? Small things. Oh my goodness! I
Actually, there are some people in this country that make a living at suing people.
oh, you mean to say advocates? They are same everywhere, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Wild edible says, but the seeds can be great for the kidneys. Interesting timing with plants. Yeah, depending upon the season that you are consuming it. Yes, we have four cats and a pit bull. Something I have learned about pit bulls is if you have a case and if you are appearing in a court, if you have your dog involved, and if it's a pit bull, you already lost the case
Hmm.
because they are considered as dangerous breeds and all. We don't have
It's
pit
the
bulls
same
here.
here.
Same there. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
What
Most
dogs
people
do you have,
are scared of
Stephanie?
them.
What?
What dogs do you have? It dogs.
Yes,
What dogs?
I have dogs. Yep. I have a Chihuahua pug dog, and I have another one that I'm not sure, but it looks sort of like a
Oh,
mini
the edibles.
pincher.
Mm,
Any picture? Probably
those are cute little
mixed breed.
dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But those are small dogs, eh? How can
they're
they protect the
small.
livestock?
Yeah, the Chihuahua pug, she is like 12 or 13 years old, I guess.
Hi.
And I
Oh
don't,
wow.
Oh.
sometimes I think she can't see very well. And then next thing you know, she's looking over at something, and I go, well, you can see that. So I think she just likes to pretend that she can't hear me or
This
see
one
me.
Sh-
is called a
So she has
Pomeranian.
like a selective hearing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Duncan, show us your dog. Is it a Spitz? Looks like a
No,
Spitz. Huh.
it's what's referred to as a Pomeranian. She's part Dotson and part Pomeranian.
Oh, very
Oh,
pretty.
yeah, she is pretty.
And I have another
Does
one,
it
but he's
shed?
asleep. Oh yes, bad. Baby. Baby, come here.
Stormin says, I felt so terrible. The turkey lived, and we gave them $100 to help pay for the medicine. Yeah.
Ooh, this one is actually my daughter's.
That looks vicious, actually. I'm pretty sure it's
No.
going to bite me. No?
No, no. No, the most he'll do is lick you to death. He is what's
That's
called a
strange.
sable palm. He's a Pomeranian, but he's got the mask, which
Oh, the
is
mask. Okay.
rare. So yeah, it's
Very
called a sable
nice.
palm.
Yeah. What's his name? His or her name?
His name is Baby.
Baby?
Yep. His name is Baby. And him's rotten. Give me some love. Oh, give me some love. No, I didn't say pull my shirt down. Give me some loving. There. Give me some lovins. There
These are
you go.
small dogs. But
Oh.
I thought if you have a livestock, then you need a livestock guardian dog, like Great Pyrenees or a lab or retriever or something.
Oh no. I won't have a lab on my place. Not another one. I've had three of
Mhm.
them.
Yeah, they are huge dogs. Yeah.
They're big, but in some ways they're smart. They're highly trainable. However, they're dumber than dirt too at the same time. They're very high energy dogs. They're constantly, they will dig up your yard. I mean, they will dig
Mhm.
craters in your yard. The last one we had decided to eat my couch cushion, my brand new couch cushions on the front porch. Uh, and he died from eating it because it clogged up his
Oh my
intestines and
goodness. So
killed him.
sorry
Oh
to.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not. I don't like them. I just don't.
Not so intelligent. Yeah.
They're well, for started, they're too high a energy dog, and um they're very nosy. They have to inspect everything. I mean, and try it out and try to eat it.
Like HOA in your country, eh?
Yeah.
I've heard about HOAs. Oh my goodness. We don't have HOAs and stuff, but we have similar people who take care of the utilities if you have a problem with water supply. If your water supply is like too greenish color, brownish color, because they haven't cleaned the tank in years, then you can actually talk to them, complain, write a formal complaint. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure if you have a HOA, then they are like those dogs, very nosy. If they do good, that would be fine. I have heard people that, yeah, there are some places that you cannot grow stuff on your lawn because it has to look pretty because of real estate or some stuff. That's just sad thing. If you buy a property, I think you should be able to do whatever you want, unless you are creating some hazardous stuff. Apart from
Yeah.
that, you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm really scared of pit bulls. I have seen many videos or documents about that. Um, we don't have pit bulls here, but there was a person who imported a pit bull from um, one of the neighboring country. I'm not sure which one. But what happened was he treated the dog same as how we treat other dogs in India. We tie them up, right? And if they do any naughty things, people actually they tend to um, punish the dog. But what happens here is the pit bull was tied up, and the owner left for 6 hours. He did not feed the dog, neither
Mhm.
put water for the dog. So when he came in to pet him, it bit him on his neck and took his head away. Like
Oh my
completely.
goodness.
Oh yeah, he passed away long before an ambulance showed up. Yeah, he died.
Huh.
So that one incident, everybody came to know about what's a pit bull and
Yeah.
how does it look like. Oh goodness, so scary. But I'm
Well,
pretty sure there are other people who actually say that they're really good dogs, like they're called as
I think they're
granny
like any
nanny
other
dogs.
dog. A lot of it depends on how they're raised.
Yeah, true. I agree. Yeah, depends
Um,
upon how they're raised.
Pit bulls, however, were bred to be fighting dogs.
Uh huh. I've heard about that. Yeah, illegal dog fights and all. Same case. We have a breed of chickens that some people choose to breed them for fighting. They are huge chickens. They're like
Oh my goodness, Wickershire.
2 feet, 3 feet height, and they'll tear you up with their spurs and their talons. Yeah,
Yes, Rebel.
I
Bad
gave her.
owners and bad trainers.
Cool. Good thing you did, valuable. She gave her dog away because she had a problem. Poultry killer.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Bob.
Yes. Yeah, they have a really bad problem. Chip is 3 years old. You have to babysit a pit bull. I did not know that you can babysit dogs. How does it work? Have you ever babysit a dog before? Duncan or
I think he's
Stephanie?
referring to the dog being the babysitter.
Oh, okay. then that makes sense. Okay. I was like, What? What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
yeah. There's a lot of dogs will actually protect children that they grow up with.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And most dogs are the same way with your other animals, chickens and such. If you put them with them when they're puppies and you
Mm,
train them not to chase them and stuff, that you train them like this is family, you protect these. They will
mhm.
grow up then to protect them instead of chasing them or killing them.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. Wild animals. Stormy Wind says Chip is a dog, pit bull dog, protects our grandbaby. He even insisted on sleeping with her when we had her overnight. Yeah, I've seen some pit bulls doing that in the documentaries and all. But as Judy says, huh, if you have a pit bull, then you better be careful with the babies. That's her line. I
Mm-hmm.
follow her on YouTube, and she has great cases. Very good thinking. Yeah. Hmm. Vikashai says, Star, we got a pink slip, a complaint to remove our berry bushes from the front of the house because you cannot grow those things in a HOA. It's considered a garden veggie.
Hmm.
Huh. That's weird.
Yep.
That is weird,
It
yeah.
doesn't surprise me. HOAs are bad. They're very, very bad.
Yeah, I'm in an HOA.
Go and plant some thorny bush in their front yards and come back, Star. Vikashai. uh,
There's a
Put a
lot worse
fence
things to
around
put in your front
and
yard than a berry bush.
yeah, put some fencing and say do not enter. You know, just stay away or something like that. There are no bad dogs, only bad owners. Yeah, true, rebel. Because dogs go to heaven regardless what and whom they bite. I guess training can go either way. Our big dog Popo had the perfect training before we got him, but you need to pay attention. They are dogs. That's true. Dogs do have wolfish mind. I have read a book written by one of the
Hmm.
famous author. He said this was his title. He said dogs have wolfish mind, and I've read that. And yeah, they sometimes they give in to their instincts.
Hmm.
So it's brain over their instincts. So at times instincts can actually win when they are stressed or something triggers them. So a dog owner should know what triggers their dogs to become wild, or to have that face, a wild face somewhere here and there. But I did read that and thought of getting a German Shepherd. Then I said no, I'm not going to take any risk because we have bad rapport here in India. The German
Hmm.
Shepherds are tend to bite in the necks if they see children running. So that's a
Oh,
problem.
wow.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's a big issue here.
That
So
is
no
a
German
problem.
Shepherds.
yeah.
The HOA forced us to remove and take down our solar array too. It was too close to the house and our yard was tiny. Wow, Vikashai, so sorry. Hello, Mr. Bob. How are you?
Hi,
Thanks for
Bob.
coming in. Okay, Vikashai. Fighting, but babysitters too. Yeah. Uh, uh what's a dog that starred in the Mask movie? I forgot the dog. Those dogs are cool. I think it was um, kind of a terrier. Might be a terrier breed. Small dog breeds, small to medium size.
What was the movie?
The Mask.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? It's an old movie though, actually.
Yeah, the
Back
little
then,
white dog in there, but I don't know what breed that is.
Yeah, those dogs are good actually. You can actually, um,
Hmm.
they're not too small, but they can protect you. Big, medium enough. Yeah, no
Hmm.
problem.
Now, I'll tell you, in this country, most
Mhm.
mailmen will tell you they're more afraid of like a chihuahua, a tiny dog, than they are big dogs.
Hmm.
Yeah, because of their temperament. Yeah,
Hmm.
they're so angry and vicious. Yeah. Two town rules have changed, and the same situations are helping a farmer now learn it's working. Cool.
We had a dog that was part Spitz and part collie, but it looked like a dirty Spitz, which is a white dog with a tail that curls up.
Uh huh.
Oh my gosh. That dog would let any blonde woman in our house,
Hmm.
but only
Why?
blonde women.
Why is that?
I don't know why, but that's what he did. Uh, and he was
That's fun.
extremely, oh my gosh,
Uh,
he was way overprotective. Um, we had two preachers come knock on our door one day,
mm-hmm.
and my
Okay.
youngest daughter opened the door because one of them was her uncle Randall. So she just flings the door open, and out goes that dog right past Randall and to this other preacher, ran a circle around him, reached up and bit him on the butt and just held on to his butt and then sat down.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
I was like, oh my Lord, leave it to me to have a dog that bites preachers.
Did he say this dog is from hell? That would have
Uh,
been great timing, but yeah.
no, he was okay with it. I mean, the dog didn't like, draw blood or anything, but scared the life out of him. He never came back.
Oh, so poor man, actually. So sad for that.
Oh,
Jerry Fortune says Jack Russell is a dog in the mask movie. Yeah, Jack Russell.
yeah, that
Yes,
sounds
yes,
right.
yes. Yeah, that dog. I love those dogs. I even love the other ones. I forgot the name. These bloodhounds. They make
Mm,
this sound and they chase rabbits in UK. They use it for rabbit hunting. Those
uh-huh.
dogs are also cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Over
Ankle
here
bite.
you have your hound dogs and then you have a lot of people use beagles for hunting rabbits
Beagles.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, correct. Beagles. Yeah, that
I
was
hate either one of them dogs because all they do is sit around and howl.
okay.
I hate that howling noise. As a child, I remember we raised beagles, and them dogs would sit and howl all night long, and my mom would be like, she would get up the next morning and she would be like, "Well, somebody close by died because the dogs were howling all night." And you find out later that somebody died, and I'm
Huh.
like,
Really?
"Just shoot the dog."
Huh.
Oh my
Hmm.
goodness, same thing happens here too. If you hear we have a lot of stray dogs here. So when they howl and people get so scared in the night, they don't sleep because they think that somebody actually passed away. And it is
Mhm.
actually somebody did pass away. Oh my
Yeah.
Huh.
goodness.
Yeah, it's like they're intuitive or something and they know it. And I'm like, now if that dog's howling all night, I'm like, just shoot it. Just shoot that dog.
Yeah, the thing that's gonna die is the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't have a beagle for that reason. It's no no. I if it started howling, I'd go out there and shoot it just to
Okay.
shut it up.
Oh, we have some people who actually really hate dogs, and I don't know why, but I think it's in their kind of tradition. I'm not going to say religion, but tradition that they cannot grow dogs, and they don't like dogs. So
Hmm.
they say that if a dog howls in front of a door, let's say if you see a dog howling in somebody's front door, then the person is going to die. So how they frame the sentence is because the dog howled, this person died, and they actually get rid of the dog the next day.
Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, they stopped using their brains long time ago. I know. I know that.
Yeah.
fear does so many crazy things to people.
It
It shuts
does. It
down
does.
brains, and yeah, common sense is gone. I mean,
Yeah.
out of the room. So these dogs won't make a sound. Duncan, the dogs we have right now,
Oh
the
no, they
black
bark.
one.
They're little yappers,
Oh, okay.
but they
Mm,
don't sit around and howl for no
they
reason.
don't do that. Oh,
Yeah.
huskies. Have you seen huskies on YouTube? How they
We used to
howl?
have a husky, but she didn't howl. She didn't howl
Oh,
like that.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Actually, we
They are
rescued her
very
out of the
vocal.
dog pound.
Wow.
We seem to get a lot of rescues. Both of these are rescues.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I got both of mine from the pound.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
a pound?
Um, Humane Society, uh, animal shelter.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
if
pick up dogs from the streets and
and
they.
put them in a pound, and if somebody doesn't claim them within a certain amount of time, they will either let somebody else adopt them or they usually put them down.
So dogs cannot live freely on their own in the streets.
No, not
They're not
really.
supposed to. There are some who do, but they're not supposed to.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, probably it's a law there, but here, um, people believe that uh, they also have, they can live on the streets. I mean, of course they do hunt wild pigs and eat. That's their primary source of food. But if you feed a dog, a stray dog, then yeah, it will come with its family, lay puppies, and it will protect your house and you. It won't come
Mhm.
inside. You don't have to name them. And people around in the neighborhood, they share, in the sense like, let's say if I feed the dog tonight, then the next night somebody else will feed the dog. So everybody gets to feed the dog, and these
Huh.
dogs, they'll protect you from. We have panthers here strolling in the night. If the panther decides to take a stroll. Oh, let's go through this village and smell something smells good. So we have these dogs which bark a lot, and wake all us up, and we come out with the sticks and all. When with the dogs, we shoo them off. And there was an
Yeah.
incident where we used all the street dogs to kill a bear which was about to pick up a child and run. Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
So
mercy.
yeah, yeah. So we don't adopt dogs. They just stay in the streets. They have their own place to sleep and all. They'll find a way. They'll find and
Oh,
like
yeah.
let's say 5 to 6 groups of dogs will manage one lane or one colony. So the next street have different dogs, and they don't go in that street. Those dogs don't come to your
Yeah.
street. So they have this huge syndicate going on. It's like they have analyzed everything and they know the area. Oh my goodness.
That's
But
interesting.
yes, yeah, that is interesting. But if they are hungry, if they have puppies, then they will actually come and get your chickens in the night and they'll eat it. You'll never know. Yeah, that's what happens. I have seen your videos, Stephanie. You have almost dozen eggs in a day. That's a good produce, actually.
Yeah, yesterday I think I got 10.
How many hens do you have? How many are laying right now?
Well, I have 20 hens, but I think I only have about a dozen right now that are laying.
Hmm.
Oh,
Some
okay.
of some of them are the oldest one I have two, well, I have one that's 8 years old, and then I have a couple that are 6 years old, and then I have some that are 4 years old, and then I
Oh,
think the
gosh.
rest
Yeah.
and then I think the rest of them I are the ones that I got last year as baby chicks. So this is their first year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the first year hens, they're they're probably the ones that are laying the most right
Hmm.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after 2 years old, they start slowing down.
Right.
Hmm.
And a lot of people get rid of them and, get new ones. But you know what? It's a pain in the neck to raise baby chicks.
Mhm.
If you go to
It is.
they're
It
so
is.
cute, but go to the store and you buy these chicks, and you have to have a place to keep them. You have to make it safe, so that cats and dogs and whatever can't get them, and they have to have warmth, and you have to be, feed them special food because they don't have their mother there to
Yeah.
show
Hmm.
them what to
Mm.
do. And
Yeah.
so, you know they and then, at 6 months they might start laying.
Yeah.
And by then
Yeah.
you're so sick and tired of taking care of them, you're like, oh my gosh, please.
Yeah. But now I switch mine out every 2 years. I get new ones and I
Yeah.
butcher the old ones.
What do you do with the old ones, Duncan?
They're boilers. Uh, Basically, I use them for like chicken and dumplings or chicken soup, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Or I can it. I can them.
Oh, cool.
And so I don't do that. I just i just let them i just let them be, because they still lay and they still eat bugs. And
Mm.
They do.
so I just let them be, and then they gradually die off, you know.
Yeah.
How many years is their lifespan? How long do they stay alive? I mean, an
Well, I
average.
think I think 8 years old is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I've had them for like close to 10, but after that, no. They
Yeah.
just don't, they just have a certain lifespan.
Hmm.
And I think what happens, because this is what I've observed, is that when they start to get old, um, the hens, they're just like people, their hormones drop. So they stop
Hmm.
laying egg. They don't have any more eggs. They stop laying eggs. And pretty soon, even the hens will start to crow. They will start to crow like a rooster.
Oh,
and
Hmm.
wow.
and they start to kind of act wacky.
Yeah.
And I know then they're going downhill then, because that's like their hormones are completely whacked out. And
Yeah.
when your hormones are not good, then you're going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. I did not know that. Wow. In Wild Edible says in native reservations, some let dogs go wild. Hmm.
Yeah.
Like your Indian reservations. Yeah. Okay. In Canada, they get picked up by the pound. Okay.
If you have a stray dog
14.
in your neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
you can just call the animal control. They have a person in the city that's called animal control, and you
Yeah.
can call them and they will come get the dog, and they will take the dog to the pound. And like Duncan said, you can you they advertise the found dogs. And so if you're missing your dog, you should look there to see if your dog is there. But if you don't come claim your dog after, I believe it's like 2 weeks, um, they either uh, they 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 put it for adoption,
Mm-hmm.
or if nobody adopts it, then they euthanize it,
Yeah.
Okay.
because they can't have a bunch of dogs
Yeah.
roaming around.
Running wild. Yeah. Yeah, I understand
No,
that. Yes.
we have a problem out here in the country with people dumping dogs and cats,
Yeah.
both. It's a bad problem.
Yeah, they should not have got them in the first place if they can't,
Yeah.
afford them to raise them,
Well, I think people get them and they don't know how to train them or anything, and they get out of hand, and then they just take them out and dump them in the country and dump them on somebody else.
That's just bad. People,
It is. I would love to catch them when they're dumping them.
yeah, I mean, you can actually knock them back to some reality and sense. Go watch YouTube if you don't know how to train a dog, or
Yeah.
learn, watch a video. What are the things you need to have before you get a
Hmm.
dog?
Well, I think the problem is people they want them, but then they're too lazy to actually do the work, put the work into it.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't understand that you have to. It's like kids. You
Uh
have to
huh.
train your kids, and you have to be consistent. I mean, once you become a parent, you're a parent really for the rest of your
Yes, it
life.
can it can get bad, wild edibles.
So you have to take care of those dogs too. They're like children,
Uh-huh.
and they have to be
Yeah.
trained.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think people forget that, if a dog gets sick or not feeling, it's not going to come to us and tell us, look, master,
Yeah.
I'm feeling sick, or
Yeah.
I don't want to go outside, I want to play, or I want to go to the bathroom or toilet. They expect that from a dog. I have seen people doing that. He did not say, it's not going to say, come on. So yeah, that's a lot of work. Yeah, that's true.
They can be a lot of work and they can be a lot of money.
Yeah,
But you know
what
what?
money?
If you're going to get one, then you have to care enough to be able to sacrifice for them.
Yes, I agree. And I have learned that some people in your states actually have
This one,
separate food for your pets.
she was
I
she was feral when we got her. You'd never know it now because, well, she's a prima donna now, but she cost me over $400 in vet bills the first week I had her.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh yeah.
how much is that in Indian money? Where is my phone?
I don't know how much that is,
That would be a
but it's a
lot.
lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Where is the Chrome? Okay. Let's see. Today's dollar rate is um it's 32,906 rupees. 32,000 you can actually buy farming equipment, something steady and it's gonna last for years. But
Yeah.
yeah. hmm
Oh yeah.
do you
Yeah.
feed the commercial food, like, or do you feed whatever you eat to the dog?
Sometimes I can up some stuff for them, meat and stuff.
Okay.
But
hmm
I also buy these guys are both old. This one's 10 years old and the other one's 11 years old. So they
Oh,
don't have a whole lot of teeth left. So if I do get them dog food, I have to get soft food.
okay.
And it costs me, what is it, like 35, I think $35 and something a week to feed them.
$35.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy dog food, and it's dry dog food. But my older dog,
hmm
um, I buy some now that's for seniors
Hmm.
because she has different nutritional needs now that she's older,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
so that costs a little bit of money. And I don't think mine's as expensive as yours. Uh, I think
Well, that's for two dogs.
right.
Uh, and they both have
$35.
nutritional needs. They're older and they have hip and joint issues, and
Yeah.
this one
If they are pure breeds, then we have
this one is like
we buy that, no
$35 a
problem.
month for her prescription of pain pills.
Huh. Oh,
She's
But
mine
on
are.
a she's on a pain pill and a
wow.
anti-inflammatory pain
Oh,
pill.
okay. My dog is not on that, but her teeth were rotting, and so
Mhm.
I had to have the vet had to pull those teeth, those rotten
Yeah.
teeth,
Yeah.
and that was expensive.
Mhm. Yeah.
So yeah, she can't eat a lot of that stuff, but she still
Yeah.
has some. She still is able to chew some, and the vet actually recommended this food. So
Yeah.
you know,
Wow. I did not know that dogs had similar issues like humans do. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
yeah.
see a lot of
Yeah.
dogs, people raise dogs, but the only problem they get is during the winters, um, kind of a flu, but we
Mm.
have vaccine for that. That's it.
Mhm.
I never. Maybe is it because the pure breeds tend to have more sicknesses and
They
compared to
do.
the dogs.
They
Okay.
do. I think when you get into your purebred dogs, you're
Mm-hmm.
getting into there's too much
Inbreeding.
inbreeding
Yeah.
in there, and it causes issues. It causes problems, especially in small dogs. For some reason, it seems to really be compounded in little dogs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this one here, this little black one, her name's Belle. The vet really wanted to put her down back at the beginning of winter
Oh my
because she
goodness.
couldn't walk right. He said what it was, the nerve that goes through right where the neck and the back meet up. There's a nerve there that goes from the brain to their feet, their legs, and hers was messed up. We don't know if she just damaged it jumping off the furniture or what, because these little dogs like to jump off furniture even though they shouldn't. But yeah, her front feet would be like really slow, and her back feet were going 90 mile an hour, and they were turned out. So
Huh.
her brain wasn't, her feet and legs weren't receiving the right message from her brain.
Oh my
Huh.
goodness.
Yeah, and they really
So
wanted to put her down, but I wouldn't do it.
is she
It's
doing better
complex.
now?
She's a lot better now. In fact, to be honest with you, I think what helped the most, because at first when I took her to the vet, they put her on, of course, the pain pill that she's still taking now, which has a anti-inflammatory in it. Um, she was also on a muscle relaxer, which which helped too. But then she was also on another pain pill that was it was a narcotic pain pill. Uh because she was in so much pain, and she literally couldn't hardly walk. Um and she was on those for about a month, and then we took her off of the two, and she's just on the one now. But what helped the most, I think, I found some hip and joint um treats at a health food store here, and I've been giving her those every day, and she's gotten tremendously better.
Oh, well,
So
that's
I think they've
great.
I think they've helped heal that whatever damaged nerve in her back. I think it's helped heal her back up and stuff a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
that's very good to hear. You, you
they're all
you
natural
soothe
treats.
your. Mm-hmm.
They're made from chicken cartilage, made here in the states, and they seem to work. I've tried other treats before like that for them, and they just didn't work because it made them sick to their stomach.
So what is this one called?
Oh gosh, I'd have to go get the bag. It's Nutra something. Hang on just a second, and I'll go get the bag.
Have you had your breakfast, Stephanie?
I have not, but that's okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. What
No,
time
that
is it for you now?
it's 9:45 in the morning.
So when we started, it was 7, same
Yeah,
time.
about 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Nutrisource. Nutrisource. What does that say?
Um,
Nutri Source Pure.
Pura Vita, limited ingredients, hip and joint, dog treat. Um, it is made with real chicken, and it says enhanced with glucosamine and chondroitin, taste of blueberries and pomegranate.
I'll have
It
to
says,
look for that because I buy that brand Nutrisource. I buy that brand of cat food
oh,
for
really?
my cat. Yeah,
Awesome.
and
Well,
they
it says these are made with real chicken and chicken cartilage, a source of glucosamine and chondroitin.
I'll have to look.
Nutra-source hip and joint treats. Oh, they contain blueberries, pomegranate, and extra vitamin C.
Oh,
Hmm.
that sounds good enough for me.
Um,
Yeah.
well, I know blueberries and pomegranates are very high in antioxidants. Of course, so is vitamin C. So,
Yep, yep.
and these seem to work really good for her. Um, they do make him sick to his stomach. I've never found a hip and joint treat that didn't make him sick to his stomach. But now she does really good on them.
I'll have to look for those.
Jerry Fortune says, Pet Honesty website has good stuff for dogs too.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yes, they can get overbred. Wild animal or yeah, wild
Yeah.
edibles.
While you've been saying yes.
Um, and that's a
11:46
problem.
p.m. Wow.
That's a big problem here in this country.
Yeah. People running after purebreds because of their different attributes. End of the day, it's a dog and you can train it. That's what I feel.
Well, a lot of people don't have dogs or raise dogs for pets. They raise them just for a source of income. And
Right, it's
they
just
do not
money.
they just steady breed them and sell the pups.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
If I ever get a dog, I would definitely get a hybrid or a mixed breed of a dog. Something
Mhm.
that actually is bred with an Indian Spitz, because I know Indian Spitz, they can bark a lot. They also can bite you if they're like really threatened and all. But the good thing is they don't get any diseases here. They live like really long. No
Cool.
diseases in India. Yeah, Indian Spitz, yeah. But they do shed. Thing is, we don't let our dogs on our beds, on our couches. We have a um, kind of a different raising. They stay in the garden or in your
Yeah.
backyard. They have separate place to sleep in the night, and even though if you will pet them outside, they won't come inside. So I think they, I don't know, we don't teach them. I think they learn it somehow. They stay outside. It's like their territory, and this is where humans live.
Yeah, for starters, they will learn a lot just by watching you if you're close enough to your pet, to your dog.
Yes.
They watch you and learn from you then. But they do
When
have to
we
be able
saw,
to trust you to do that.
yeah, that's true. When we saw on YouTube and also on in movies, how some of Westerners actually have their dogs with them on the beds, on their couch, and on their seats. It's like, look at these people. They're letting their dogs inside and sit on them. Ew. People used to think like that because we never did. took a dog and kept it. We don't do that.
Yeah.
So that was very new for us. It was weird for a long time. Then we understood it. Then we understood, and people started doing the same thing here. People
Yeah.
who live in apartments, they don't have extra space, so the dog just lives with them.
Hmm.
Sleeps beside them, and they have the air conditioning going on and stuff like that. So
I'm not thrilled with the dog sleeping with me, but I'm fine with them getting on the couch and sitting by me. Like this little black one, she
mhm.
is happy as she can be just to be sitting next to me.
Yeah, that's
She'll
good.
lay next to me all day and won't be
Mhm.
demanding. Now the other one, the little brown one,
Mhm.
he's a demanding little. You know, if he's
That's
close
your
by,
tortoise. Yeah.
uh-huh, if he's close by, you've got to be petting him. He
Okay.
will nag you till you pet him.
Where are your dogs, Stephanie? Are they running around, sleeping, or
Right now they're sleeping. Um, the old one, she I let her roam around inside the house.
okay?
She's completely housebroken.
Yeah.
She's completely trained. The younger one is, uh, I guess about I guess her birthday was about in January, so she's a little bit over a year old, and I don't trust her completely
Oh.
in the house. So after I fed her this morning, I went out. I go out and take care of the chickens, and then the dogs go out and run around outside and go to the bathroom. And then I
Mm-hmm.
bring them back in the house and I feed them inside because it's 23 degrees outside. I'm not going to
Yeah.
keep them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feed them in the house, and they usually then want to go take a nap. And so I just put her, I have a small kennel
Mm-hmm.
for her,
Mm.
like a cage, a small cage. I
Yeah.
don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm talking about, Star. It's a little kennel. And so I
You can
have
put
a,
that indoors, right? Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And so there's a little cushion in there, and there's a little pan of water. And so
Oh
I
wow.
just put her in there, and she just
Mm.
sleeps in there. And then when I want to go outside, I ask the dogs if they want to go outside. And if they want to go outside, they get excited. And they
Mm.
and I open up her cage, and she will run to the door. Meanwhile, my other dog has already run to the door. And so I open the door and they run out. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
These two, if you say you want to go potty or you say you want to go out, they're instantly jumping up and running for their door.
right, right. So I'm
So
still
you
working
don't
on
have a.
training. I'm
Okay.
still working on training the younger dog. I think I have her pretty good at sit, you know, but
Mhm.
stay is another
Oh.
is the next step, sit and then stay. Because when I got her, she had had no training whatsoever, none. I got her in December, so she was 11 months old, and she had no
Hmm.
training at all. And so it she was she started off by chewing up one of my shoes, and
Oh
chewing
my
on
goodness.
something else that she shouldn't have been chewing on. So of course I had to, like, within 2 days I went to the store and got her some toys to chew on. And she's pretty much stopped that. She will chew on her toys, but
Hmm.
she she'll look at me and I'll say, don't you don't you do that. And she'll go,
Uh-oh.
okay.
No, no, labs are bad about that too. They will eat the legs off your furniture.
Yeah,
They're bad.
yeah, yeah.
Don't you
They
have a
want to.
doggy door that they install in front of the
Hmm.
house?
I
Like,
don't. I
you know.
don't.
I have one, but we've got it screwed shut. I don't want it open because we get too many raccoons and possums and you name it. Uh, we have I've had coyotes come up on my front porch before.
Oh wow.
Um,
Like it's a risky thing. Yeah.
oh yeah, and we get mountain lions and everything else, and I'm like, oh no, 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 we're not leaving a door for y'all to come in.
Yeah.
The people that owned the house before installed it, but yeah, we screwed it shut. We put screws in it so it can't be opened.
Do you have
Yeah.
like a lot of wild game out there?
Oh yeah,
Uh, in Missouri. Okay.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Well, I just had a weasel that killed all my ducks.
Oh yeah, we have been seeing that. Yeah.
Uh,
You told us about the ducks that you
well,
lost
that's the
in.
first time I've seen a weasel here. They're normally around larger bodies of water. They don't normally come this far into dry land, but it was a weasel.
Probably the winter. Maybe
That
they
could
ran
that
into
could
food.
be that could very well be. Oh,
What about in Idaho? Well, how many? Do you have wild game out there visiting your house or your yard? Something that you could
Not
eat?
visiting my house. I don't live near the forest. I live
Okay.
out on the desert, and occasionally I'll see a pronghorn antelope.
I'm
I
gonna mute
hear
you
that.
all.
Is that a
And
dog or a rooster? I'm sorry. Go
but
ahead.
in the
Yeah.
mountains there's deer in the mountains, and there's elk in the mountains, and we get quail in our running around on the ground here at the house.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Elks are reindeers. Am I right?
So, well, not really.
No.
They're
Okay.
different. They're different. It's a different species.
Different species.
Yeah.
And do you get to eat them like in a season? You have. I know you have seasons where you can actually.
They have hunting seasons, and so if you want to hunt them, you can go buy a hunting permit, and you have to select the area. You have to select the area where you want to hunt, and they
Mm-hmm.
give you a permit for that area, and uh, you may or may not find one to
Oh,
hunt. You know what I'm
but
saying?
can you
That's why they call it hunting. They don't guarantee that you're going to get one.
can you hunt if it's in your backyard? Let's say that you have a license and permit and it
Well,
walks in your.
I don't know that it would be legal because you're not it's too close to a house
Okay.
to shoot the gun. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, I understand
Oh
that.
yeah. No, I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
I
and
mean nowhere.
I have known people who have shot deer just by standing on their front porch, and they
Mhm.
shoot and get one that way. But I don't think that would be the thing to do here, because this is agricultural fields and
Mhm.
homes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's
Most
just
of what's here is big ag. I mean, there's like 300 to 500 acre plots all around me where they grow corn and soybeans and stuff.
Oh,
But I'm on a gravel road, 5 mile stretch of gravel road, and I'm pretty much right in the middle of it. And I'm the only residence on this road.
oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yeah, it's
well,
out in the
that's
middle of nowhere.
nice.
Yeah, my nearest neighbor's about a mile away, but they're on a crossroad going up the other direction from us.
Do you hunt?
And by the
That.
way, that was my phone ringing. Yes, I have a rooster crow for a ringtone.
Oh, I wondered.
Really?
I was like,
Oh my. I was like, is it a dog? Or I don't know what.
No, that was
Maybe
my
it's a
phone ringing.
rooster.
That
You
was
you
my
have a
daughter calling
ringtone.
me.
Okay.
Actually, I lost my phone one day at this store called Big Lots. Um, I didn't have
Okay.
my purse on me, so I handed my phone to my daughter and told her to put it in her purse so I wouldn't lose it. Well, evidently she didn't get it in her purse. It landed on the ground and somebody turned it in the store. And I didn't
Oh,
realize it was lost till hours later after we were back home. And I was looking for it and couldn't find it. And my son started calling my phone with his phone, thinking that we'd hear it ring and be able to find it. Couldn't. Couldn't hear it. Well, I got to thinking about it. We went to Big Lots. So I called Big Lots and I was like, has anybody turned a phone in there? And the lady was like, does it crow?
yeah,
That's
my phone
funny.
froze.
I
The
was like,
rooster.
yes. She's like, yeah, somebody turned it in on the shift right before us, but they didn't tell us about it. And they kept hearing this rooster crowing, and they were looking all over the store for a rooster and couldn't find it.
That would have been fun.
That's funny.
They finally
Yeah.
found it. It was in the safe, but it was crowing.
That's funny.
Ah,
You should have said yes. It's possessed by a rooster spirit or something. They would have not touched it.
Actually, I recorded my rooster crowing and set it as my ringtone.
Ringtone. Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
I did actually put a dog, dogs barking, like multiple dogs barking as a ringtone, and I forgot. And I was thinking, okay, dogs are barking somewhere behind me or somewhere. I forgot it was my phone. Yeah.
Oh, my kids got mad at me a few years ago because I recorded frogs peeping in the spring, and I put that as my ringtone. We'd be going down the road and somebody'd call me and the frogs are peeping, and kids would be like, "Oh, where's the water at? There's frogs," and I'm like, "It's my phone."
Oh my goodness, Duncan.
Yep.
I have seen a windmill. Was it a windmill behind you, Stephanie? In your video, there was this like wheel going up. That was
Yes. Yeah.
So does it work? What does it
No.
do for you? No.
No. It is just for aesthetics. It's just
Oh.
a. It's just
An
a
ornament.
an
Yeah.
Yeah.
ornament. I wish
Yeah.
it. I wish I had. I wish I had a real one. One that would pump water for me, but I don't. That's just my yard art.
Yeah.
It
We
actually
have
looks so beautiful. Yeah.
we have the tower over our well where there, and it used to have the windmill on the top of it, but it's the windmill is tore up. The windmill part of it's tore up. But my husband would like to put another windmill on it for drawing water.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds a beautiful scenery to your background. The house, the windmill, like a
Mm,
typical farmhouse or something,
yeah.
or a house in a country.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. When I used to draw when I was young, at school, if somebody asks me to draw something that I like, so I usually draw this house like a barn, and also I used to draw this windmill every time. That was my typical drawing. Yeah,
Sort of like your avatar.
like my avatar.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
looks, it looks like a little barn there on a farm.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's a barn. Yeah. It has a dog also down there actually. It has a kennel and all. It's a game that
Oh.
I play on my mobile phone.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, I I draw inspiration from many things. I started drawing inspiration from people like you. Um, coming online, coming
Come
to
on.
YouTube and all. Started watching, getting this community ahead and finding friends. But before I came on, I understand like what I mean to say here is before I understood how YouTube live streaming works and how the community works, I need something to see every day, and I need something to um, tell me that
Inspiration.
yeah, tell me that it's a good thing to be on a farm, and what all things that you could do, and somebody actually really appreciates the life. So this game actually did help me a lot. I started playing that when I was living in an apartment before moving down here 2 years
Mm.
ago, 2 or 2.5 years ago, approximately. So that was my um, escape, you know, living the rat race. I
Yeah.
used to I used to wake up at 6 in the morning, and I had to be there at work by 8. So, and I used to travel every day. I was there by 8, and my um, last class would be around 9:45 or 10 o'clock in the night, and again I had to travel back home. So
Mm.
the only time I get to see my friends or folks at home was in that, either before sleeping or
Welcome back,
after
Stormy.
waking up. So, and they asked me to come on Saturdays and also work on Sundays and all. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I forgot what life was outside of that classroom that I was given. That's it. That's the only thing I knew.
Huh.
I couldn't take it anymore. Honestly, I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand that.
Yeah.
Uh, Before we moved here, we lived in a small town.
Hmm.
Uh, and um, I had friends out of town on a farm. They had a big farm. They had, I don't know, it's like 260 acres.
Oh
And
wow.
we used to rent from them years ago. And they uh, they let me have my old garden, and because nobody was using it, so they let me use my old garden, and I would get on my scooter every morning. But I would get up about 6:30, and by 7 o'clock, I would be on the road going 6.5 miles out of town to work in my garden.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Yep, because I couldn't have a garden in town. I could have had a few things in town, but not enough to can or anything like that. And
Mm.
I
Right.
didn't trust having edibles in town because they went through every night and sprayed for mosquitoes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
We also
yeah,
have
I
that.
didn't
Yeah.
trust it to be
A lot
edible.
of chemicals in that thing. Good thing that you moved. Really. Hi Molly, how are you?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Molly
yeah.
says
When we
hi.
moved, before we moved here, I kept telling Paul for 2 years before we moved here that uh, he was his job was going to end where he was at, and everybody kept saying, "Oh no, no, they won't close this factory because this factory carries the whole company. They're the only one that exceeds their quota, and they actually carry the company and keep it afloat. So there's no way they'll close the doors." And I'm like, I'm telling you, they will, because God said they will. And God is telling us when they do that we are supposed to be back out in the country where we can be self sufficient.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
we did.
that's awesome. That's
We
really
That's
did.
good.
good.
Yeah. Wendy
Good morning,
says,
Homestead
I
Aquarius.
I just returned, had to
Hey,
take chip
Homestead
out.
Aquarius.
Oh, he's here? Hi. Hello, Homestead Aquarius. My
It,
mom was raised on a farm with her grandfather, says Tommy Wind. Yeah, that's the dedication, yeah. Traveling 6 miles every day. Good morning, good evening, yeah. It's almost night, 9:40. Thank you for coming in, Homestead Aquarius.
yeah, it's getting late there, ain't it?
Yeah, it is actually. I had to go and close my chicken coops and feed my rabbits. I feed twice a day. That's in the morning and also in the night. Night is the time where they're actually active. I think all the bunnies are active everywhere during the night times. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feed
Yeah,
them in the
all of
night
our wild rabbits come out after dark and
after
forage.
dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the mornings they'll be like sleeping. Yeah. So sleepy that even if you call them or touch them, they wouldn't. They they don't even open their eyes. They act as if they have done a wonderful job protecting us in the night. That's how they feel.
Uh-huh.
I love my bunnies.
Yeah, every year we get like tons and tons of baby rabbits out here, and then by the time they're big enough and it turns cold enough in the fall to be able to process them,
Mm-hmm.
then the coyotes and the mountain lions and everything else has thinned them out so bad that you can't.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you would decimate the whole lot of them.
yeah, that's true. I guess we'll close this live stream for now, and I'll let you both go back to your works. Thank you for coming up on the panel.
Yeah, I need to get busy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in the
Well,
morning time, and you happy. Thank you so much,
Well, it's
actually.
11:12 a.m. here.
and it's 10:12 here. I think it's 11 and a half hours difference.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
and
Yeah.
Stephanie needs to have a breakfast, and you could actually eat on the panel if you're hungry. I know it's
Well,
people are hungry in the morning. When I wake up, I have to eat. I can't talk before I eat.
Yeah,
well, have
see,
a good day and
I'm
thank
not a
you for
breakfast
inviting
person.
me up here.
You're welcome, Stephanie. Thank you for coming in.
11:12 there. Yep.
Hmm. Thank you for
Fishes.
coming up.
Hey,
Ooh, Duncan.
Carol.
I was listening, but M needs me at the moment. Okay, cool fishes. Yeah. Thank you all for coming in the side chat,
Thank
and
you for having me, and
yeah,
we'll talk to y'all later on. Bye bye,
sure.
everybody.
Sure,
Have a
sure.
great
Bye.
day.
Bye. All right. Both of them actually dropped. All right. 12:30 p.m. there. Storm event. Awesome. Okay, we'll continue this talk tomorrow, and I'll email. Uh, I'll email you in the side chat tomorrow, and we'll have a talk. Okay. We'll continue about this. Thank you all for coming in again. You have a great day, and I'll have a great night. Bye bye. End broadcast. Okay. There you are.